Good day everyone, GarageKing here, and I got a great episode. I'm going to compare two catch cans. The Elite Engineering Ultra, okay, I'm going to compare that one with the MightyMouse. Now, how am I going to do it? I was thinking about this, and you know what? I'm going to run them both in line, in series. So let's run the Elite first, the MightyMouse second. I'll have them both hooked up, running at the same time in my truck. I'm going to put about 1,500 kilometers on my truck, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain them both and then reverse them and do the exact same thing and see how much comes out. So what we got to do is we got to reset my trip. So you can see there's my kilometers on my truck, 43,272, and I'm going to reset both the trip A and the trip B so it's easy for me to keep track of it. So now that this has been done, let's put some mileage on the truck and let's just see what happens with this competition. I put about 1,500 kilometers on my truck. So what does that mean? It means the first half of the catch can test is done. 43,272 was the original kilometers. Now, what are we at here? Just gonna start her up quick. We're gonna show you the trip. Where's our mileage? 44,764. And you know what? If we hit the trip meter, that gives us 1492. So basically 1,500 kilometers. The Elite Engineering's in line first, the MightyMouse is second. So let's take out the Elite first and see what's inside. So the nice thing I love about these quick connects is I can just pop them off really, really easy. We may have to do some wire rerouting for the second catch when we run it the second way, but anyway, no big deal. Let's undo our bolts right now. We're gonna take out this catch can. I don't want to scratch anything, so let's be careful and here we go, catch can out. All right, so I got two little cups here. I got this one here, it's much smaller, and this one's a bit big, but anyway, it's the cost of doing business. Cost me $3 for this thing. Anyway, let's drain it into the small one first, because we did only put 1,500 kilometers on the vehicle, so I don't expect there to be a whole lot. So this is kind of exciting, even for me, guys. So let's just do this. Ooh. All right, so it looks like that's pretty much, well, try to shake some out. Now, keep in mind the temperature that this has been done at is in the middle of summer, so there's no condensation, so this is all probably oil. And it looks like there's all oil. I'll give you a closer shot in a minute, but anyway, that's what's out of the bottom. We're gonna take them apart and clean them, so we'll see what's left on the inside of the can. You know what, let's let this drain like this. We can put it like this, leave it on the can, and let's go get the other catch can. First things first, we're gonna undo our quick connects. That's why I love quick connects, makes life so easy. Okay, so I have the MightyMouse out of the truck. We're going to drain it, but before we do that, let's take a close look. Here's what I got out of it. So if I pretty much hold it vertically, you can see there's the 40, so maybe, what do you say, 15, I think that's milliliters, yeah, 15 milliliters. But keep in mind, that's only 1,500 kilometers roughly, so that's like half of that in mileage. So that's like 800 miles or something like that. I don't know, I'll throw it up, but anyway, that's what we got out. So let's go to the MightyMouse. Okay, so we have the MightyMouse here. Now let's see what comes out into the cup. And we are getting some. Really not much. So almost nothing came out of the MightyMouse, not even really enough to measure, but that's okay because the Elite was first. So the Elite did a fabulous job cleaning, but you know, we still got some out of the MightyMouse. Not a heck of a lot, but we still got a little bit out of it. So anyway, that's with the Elite first and the MightyMouse second. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take them apart and we're gonna clean them. Let's see how much oil is left inside the bodies. All right, so now I'm gonna take the bottom of the Elite apart and we're gonna see exactly what's left inside, and we're gonna give it a clean. If I can even get it apart, this thing is like really tight, so hang on, let me put it there. I don't want it rolling away. There we go. Gotta loosen up, and we'll see what's inside, what's left in the bottom, if anything. I mean, we gave it a good drain, you saw. And there you go. You can see actually a little bit more came out, and there's what it looks like inside. So there's definitely oil inside. We're gonna have to clean it out with some brake clean and some rags because we wanna make sure when we do the test again that it's fair and square. It didn't surprise me. The Elite should have had more in it because it was first in line. So it would have seen the dirtiest oil vapors, so it should have trapped more. So no surprise. Okay, so I'm going to speed this part of the video up because you really don't care about me just cleaning the cans, but what I basically want to show is that everything is going to be cleaned out, and now let's take apart the Mighty Mouse. Okay, so now we're going to undo the Mighty Mouse. A little tight, everyone. Should be able to get it this way. There we go. Okay. So let's undo the Mighty Mouse from the bottom. I've never really taken it apart from the bottom before. I always usually take it apart from the top, but anyway, let's take it apart from the bottom. Be interesting to see what comes out of it. So there's our plate. There's what's left in the bottom, a little bit of oil. All right, so once again, I'm gonna speed it up because I know you don't care about, watching me clean it, but I want to show you that I actually cleaned it. So just cleaning out the bottom now, and now here I'll slow the video down to real time just to pull out the mesh so you can all see what's left or how much oil might be in the rest of the mesh. And actually there really isn't too much. But you never know, so I just wanted to take it apart just to make sure so that I would have all my bases covered. And plus, this way for the next test, like I had mentioned earlier, they are both clean, so there's no contamination, and the test will be done fairly. So now, let's just install it and run them again. So let's take a pan over. This is coming from the rocker cover. This long one here, I had to put a little bit of extension just for this test. It's gonna go around inside the Mighty Mouse, comes out of the Mighty Mouse, goes into the Elite, out of the Elite, and this long hose here goes right in there to the engine. So all hooked up, so 1,500 kilometers, and I'm going to measure them again. All right guys, so I just got home from work, and as you can see, 1,522 kilometers. There is the actual mileage there. So we did, and there's the total, so just over 3,000 kilometers. So let's go take that catch can out, or catch cans out, and let's see how much they caught. So now let's just disconnect our lines, and I absolutely love using quick connects because it just makes taking everything apart so easy. So we can just take off all of our lines just like so, and it'll be really easy to take the catch cans out. And there you go, lines are actually apart. I can even take this one apart there. So that's good, this can just stay there. 7/16 socket. Let's take this apart. The Mighty Mouse, we're gonna take this one out first. And let's see what's inside. There we go. And now it's time to take out the Elite. All right, so we got both catch cans here, and I have my trusty measuring cup right here. It's cleaned, it's measured out. So which one should we do first? You know what, let's do the Mighty Mouse first because that one was first in line. So let's see what it caught. We have the Mighty Mouse right here. So let's undo the Mighty Mouse and see what we have, what it caught. Now the Mighty Mouse was first. So I'm just going to give it a good shake, make sure that I actually get everything out of it. And you know what, I'll even take off the bottom of the can. Just want to make sure that, if there's anything else, just so I can get the maximum amount of oil out that the can actually caught. Let's just put this back in here. We'll put it to the side for now. And let's take a look. So this is what the Mighty Mouse caught when it was first in line. So here's a better angle, and you can see, I don't know what that would be, maybe 5 mil. I'm not even sure. All right, guys, so I got this teaspoon here, or yeah, it's like from KFC or something like that. Anyway, why didn't I think of this before? Because we can actually see exactly how much is here on the teaspoon. So I'm just pouring it here, and there we go. Or I don't even know, maybe teaspoon, tablespoon, whatever it is. It's from KFC. So here's how much we have. So we pretty much have a good half. Anyway, good enough. That's it for the science experiment for this one. So good way to measure it though. Just wait this way if they're close. I just wanted that if they're close. Okay, so now for the Elite. Let's see what comes out Elite. Now remember, the Elite this time was second in line. So it was after the Mighty Mouse. So technically it should have less. The Mighty Mouse should have caught more. Okay, so you can see right now it's actually got quite a bit more coming out of it. So I don't need my teaspoon test. I was a little bit worried that this wouldn't have that much, so I was going to have to measure it by teaspoons, but obviously I don't have to do that. Now, the one thing I'm a little bit concerned with is the milky mixture, and that's probably condensation, because in the first test, neither can had condensation. Now, this second test, obviously when I finished, doing the test, it was a little bit colder. And the reason it was colder is that's how long it took me to put the mileage on. So the first test, it averaged about 21 degrees centigrade, which is 70 F. And when I ran the second test, by the time I finished with the mileage, it was only 9 degrees outside, which is about 48 F. So that can explain the condensation, because I believe that's what this has to be. It can't just be straight oil. Now that being said, let's take a look at both catch cans when they were first in line. So here we have the Elite first in line, and then here we have the MightyMouse first in line. And you can see the Elite did catch more oil when it was first in line compared to the MightyMouse when it was first in line. Now let's take a look at when they were second in line. So here's the Elite second in line, here's the MightyMouse second in line. Now the Elite obviously caught a lot more, but I think it generated a little bit of condensation, so that's probably why it's so extreme. But at the same time, it did catch oil. You can clearly see there's oil in the cup there. Looks kind of like a fancy coffee, although I wouldn't want to drink it. Anyway, I don't know why the MightyMouse didn't produce condensation. They're both under the hood. They're both, exposed to the same type of elements. So I just can't explain that. But it's really clear, and it's easy to see that when they were both running first in line, the Elite clearly did catch more. That's my take on it. I'm going to get questions. I know most people buy the MightyMouse. Most people do not buy the Elite Ultra. They buy the regular E2X or the E2X, or is it EX2? Whatever it is, you know what I'm talking about. They don't run the Ultra because it's just really big. It's kind of hard to fit. I'm actually surprised I fit both of these in my Tacoma to do the test. But anyway, that was good. Here, this is the end of this one, so you can see what this one is. So anyway, we're done. So let me explain the next test. So I'm just walking over to the Z06. Now what I did on the other test was I ran the Elite for 500, I ran the MightyMouse for 500, and between everything, I removed the lid, and I actually checked what was in the blower. And actually, you know what, I even ran a third can, but I don't know if I'm gonna put that in or not, because that can's not sold anymore. I mean, maybe I would just for the heck of it, so you guys can see the design of the can and how well it performed. But in a nutshell, to me, that was a really good test because it took all the condensation factors out, because any type of water or condensation that's in the blower is just gonna evaporate anyway, it's gonna be gone. And I was able to see which catch can left more oil in the blower. So that one is done. Stay tuned for that one. Hopefully I'll have that one up in the near future. For now, that is it. GarageKing over and out. Hope you have a good one.